What could the creation of Oscar mean for the future of humanity?
Well, of course, it's strongly dependent on how it will be used. What will be the purposes of an organism like this? And if I may go back to the question of what is life for a moment,
please.
because there is a whole field of research nowadays. It's called origin of life, which is well partly motivated by the desire to create life from scratch. That's one thing, but also to understand how it did emerge on Earth, for example. And for a very long time, we have searched for a kind of essential characteristic of life, but nowadays we also think that life is modular in the sense that there are a number of characteristics. Reproduction is an important one. Evolvability, that it can change over time. That's also that it can show evolution in the course. Metabolism is very important. It has to exchange material with the environment, and also some kind of basic awareness. Even a very simple bacteria had some way to sense its environment, so to say. And also a kind of goal. It must have some teleology. It has certain goals. It has, well, one of them is to reproduce. To survive as an individual and survive as a species. So, and that's also what we are doing as human beings, and we also always have tried to improve ourselves, to improve our lives in many respects. And well, we are technological beings, so we always have used tools to do that. From the most primitive stone tools towards biotechnological, very advanced kind of tools. And maybe we are the first species that will make his own successor. And also, Oscar may be one part of this kind of adventure.
Right, because we always use tools, but now we are basically using the tools to take our body apart and make it into something completely new, which is then Oscar.
Yeah, and we are here, if it's true that we will create our own evolutionary successors, then there are basically two ways. We can either improve ourselves, or we can replace ourselves by something else. Yeah. And so, and here in the case of Oscar, I'm really doubting what is the intention also of the maker. Is it to make himself immortal, as Ellen just suggested, or is he trying to create a new kind of species, so to say, for which he uses its own material? But as you said already, nature often uses material or other species to create something new.
If you would, with the information you have now, if you would guess, is this outsourcing humans or is this extending humans with what you see now?
Well, it's still very far, of course, of a completely independent life. So I guess that it will be used for example, organ replacements in the first place. I think that's still very difficult, I think, to really achieve, but that's a nearer goal than to replace ourselves by another kind of organism, because that would be extremely, extremely difficult.
Right, okay.